Only 40% of you are subscribed. Fix that. I want to say thank you to my Patreon subscribers and my Twitch subscribers. If you want to help out the channel, you can actually help out for as little as $1 a month. Enjoy the video and have some fun. Alright, so I'm going to actually do a couple of rundowns of 3 stories that I want to actually put in one section. I guess I'm going to call this the news rundown before we get into the videos or some shit like that. Oh yeah, I did watch that, and I'm actually going to include that today. In this, all right. So let's go. So let's actually go over a couple of articles that I saw, and in no particular order. We're gonna talk about this. Um, Article number 1: Executive in Amazon plan to neutralize powerful unions by hiring ex-inmates and vulnerable students. In other words, Amazon has, after they already fucked up their plans about burning out their employees, they've all now had to say, okay, let's get even more into the bottom of the barrel, and that was a thing. So, Memo Leaks reveals that tech giants plans to combat the Teamsters in California. In June 2021, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, one of the most powerful unions in the world, published a special resolution about Amazon, labeling the tech giant as an existential threat and vowing that building worker power in Amazon and hoping those workers achieve a union contract is a top priority. Based, but inside Amazon, company officials are already preparing for a battle. According to leaked internal memos reviewed by Red Code and reported here for the first time, the document from May 2021 offers insane insights into the anti-union strategies of one of the world's most powerful companies. The memo laid out 2 crucial goals for Amazon: establish and deepen relationships with key policymakers, and community stakeholders, and provide Amazon overall brand. The company has faced heightened scrutiny and worker activism in recent years amidst reports of harsh working conditions and higher than average injury rates, resulting in the unionization attempts from Bessemer, Alabama, and Staten Island, New York. No, it wasn't just hard. Oh God, it wasn't just hard working conditions. Literally, people were pissing in bottles. People were shitting in bags. And before you say, "Oh, that's not true," they actually leaked the memo says, "Yo, if we find waste products, human waste products in your truck, we know how to track those bags." Yes, they were doing this shit. It's not some urban myth. They literally put memos out and shit like that. So this engagement strategy is particularly important at this time, given the International Brotherhood of Teamsters attacks against Amazon and its company to unionize the workforce. The memo warned, and to achieve these goals, the memo proposed strategies to help Amazon boost its reputation and simultaneously neutralize companies' critics by befriending those critics' own allies and by launching feel-good initiatives to turn the media and local politicians into company boosters. Amazon's employees relations teams were developing a separate internal-facing strategy, the memo said. The document also offers an unvarnished look at how seriously Amazon perceives the threat of the Teamsters, which has more than 1.2 members across industries, including logistics and warehousing, and whose leaders have vowed to disrupt Amazon's growth plans as long as the tech giant opposes unionization efforts. Now, this is actually key because Amazon, look, if they didn't fear unions this much, why would they go through this trouble? Why would they go through these steps of literally trying to fear unions? They have a fear of unions. Not because it's going to take some big chunk out of their profits, because they pay somebody what, $1 more. No, they know the corners that they're cutting will actually will save them millions upon millions of dollars. But who cares about worker safety? You need to pack those packages even though there's a tornado warning, right? Stay in a factory. You leave, you lost your job. Hmm. But you stay and you lose your life. Anyway, Teamsters General President Sean O'Brien told Recode in January that his union is intent on disrupting Amazon network until they get to a point where they surrender and stop resisting workers' unionization's efforts. And one of the Teamsters' main issues with Amazon's employee model is that for most of its frontline workers, there is no means to an end to a full-time career, O'Brien says. While that memo, for the most part, proposes strategies for Southern California, Amazon's leadership saw it as a potential playbook of sorts to be utilized elsewhere. According to sources familiar with the strategy, if these anti-union tactics prove successful in California, which is key logistics hubs in the state most critical of the company's U.S. operations, company leaders hope to replicate this strategy in hotspots in North America, such as Boston and Chicago, where the company has faced heavy pressures and criticism for union organizers. Now, as a business that delivers to neighborhoods across America, we work hard to strengthen our connections in the communities that we serve, Amazon spokesman Paul Flanagan said in a statement. We're consistently exploring ways we can improve for our employees, our customers, and our community partners. We know that's bullshit. That includes employees at all levels, organization developing documents, engaging in planning sections, and discussion of different ideas, some of which get enacted, some of which don't. Yeah, like working with local officials to change the traffic pattern so people won't stop at a light in order to help with unionization. And if you think I'm bullshitting, that happened in Bessemer. Preparing for many different possible scenarios enables us to respond quickly to shifting business demands and external factors, and one document should not be interpreted as a strategy or position. I love the fact that we are occupying the space in their head, the Teamsters O'Brien said. So, what did they say? What was the memo that they actually wanted to do? What was the practice? Here, let's see if they have it. I was skipping down. Here. Do they have it? Come on. All right, so here is the memo. While we see multiple threats to our business in Southern California, the memo read, of those threats, JC42 is exponentially greater than its peers. Their organization's effort will spill beyond the fulfillment center floors and the truck cab and could interfere with Amazon's ability to secure construction approvals, routing preferences, air expansion, and other core functionalities of our operations, the document added. Just a few months after the May 21 of 2021 memo warned of union interference, the Teamsters did just that. Fucking base. But yeah, no, like it is shocking to me how corporations are so scared of you getting power. They're so frightened of you getting power to make sure that you can have enough motherfucking money to live or eat and shit like that, right? But yeah, no.
Uh-oh. Guess what?
Stop it. Let's go to the next story. All right. So, what actually gets me in a lot of cases is that when people use colonizers wrong, That actually gets me. And I forgot, but this was in the Discord, and I forgot who actually sent me this article. But if you want to actually help out in the Discord and give me stories for the rundown, news article stories, I will be appreciative. By the way, I gotta do this more. Please like and subscribe and all that other good shit. So let's go. Australian senator calls the Queen a colonizer while being sworn into Parliament. Indigenous Senator Lita Thrope forced to redo the oath of allegiance after the Senate President interjects and other voices criticize. This is awesome. This is awesome. And I've watched the video, so I've watched the video. Let's go. Let's watch this video right quick.
Senator Thorpe, please come.
Oh, you guys can't hear that. There we go. Here we go. Start over again.
Senator Thorpe, please come to the table to make and subscribe the affirmation of allegiance.
Now, if you don't know the importance of her holding her hand up, I forgot what Olympics it is, but the Olympics where you see the two black guys holding their hands up and the one Australian guy taking off his shoes in solidarity of them. He actually was an Australian, and he actually gave them the gloves. That's why one had on one hand, one had the other one. This is reminiscent of that. Her holding her hands up. Well, let's go. Thank you, Joe. The 1968 Mexican City Olympics.
Well, please recite the affirmation on the card handed to you.
Listen to this.
I, Sovereign Lydia Thorpe, do solemnly and sincerely affirm and declare that I will be faithful and I bear true allegiance to the colonising Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Senator Thorpe.
It's like, hold on. We can't have that official record. We can't have that official record. All right, but let's go.
I'm going to wait for quiet. Senator Thorpe, you are required to recite the oath as printed on the card, so please recite the oath.
All right, let's go. Let it go.
None of us like it.
Oh shit! Like she literally has solidarity inside the motherfucking Senate chambers. I missed this the first time I saw this shit, but let's go.
Senator Thorpe, order.
I, Lydia Thorpe, do solemnly and sincerely affirm and declare that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors according to law.
Senator Thorpe, please sign the test roll. And
So my question with this is, right? Like, Australia is known to be one of those piss off bugger motherfucking country. Like, fuck off. They're known to be there. Like, the myth is that they were the colony, they were like a prison colony. Why the fuck do they still have the queen? Like, the fuck? I know the whole the sun never sets on the British Empire type bullshit is still around, but it's just like, why? That is just why? I don't get that part. I don't get that part because here's the thing. And this is one instance where I'm saying that, fun fact, the first country that elected a socialist government was Australia. They elected the Labour Party in 1970. Bear with me, right? The colonizing is still taking place. What, if anything, does the Queen or the royal family offer England except suggestions? Like, literally just suggestions. They do nothing. They're landlords. That's all they are. The reason why they're rich is because they are landlords and they do nothing. But let's oh no, see, this is what I mean. Obviously, this is right leaning. I mean left leaning. Why the hell do I have to But that's that rundown. All right, let's get one more story. I'm gonna actually bring it up, and this is the story that was dropped in the chat before we started today. So here, yeah, I know, and it's just like it's just yeah, no, I don't. It shouldn't be. But let's go to some domestic politics. John Eastman told Rudy Giuliani overturning Georgia Senate races could help Trump's impeachment trial. Oh, joy. Even after President Joe Biden was inaugurated, cool memo John Eastman was attempting to overturn the election in fealty to former President Donald J. Trump in a bombshell report. John Eastman, the conservative lawyer who was planning to block Congress certification in 2020 election, failed in a spectacular fashion on January the 6th, 2020. Sent an email 2 weeks after arguing that the pro-Trump forces should sue to keep searching for the supposed election fraud. Wow. He acknowledged that they failed to find, and the New York Times reported on January the 20th, 2021, hours after President Joe Biden's inauguration, Mr. Eastman emailed Rudy Giuliani, former President Donald J. Trump's personal lawyer, proposing that they challenge the outcome of the runoff elections in Georgia to 2 Senate seats that had been won on January 5th by Democrats. The newspaper said it's authenticated the previously undisclosed email by people who were on the Trump campaign at the time. A lot of us have now staked our reputation on claims of the election fraud, and this would be a way to gather proof, Eastman wrote. If we get proof of fraud on January 5th, it will be likely demonstrate the fraud on November the 3rd, thereby vindicating President Trump's claim and serving as a strong bulwark against the Senate impeachment trials. Like, they had put all the chips in on this shit. A lawyer for Eastman did not respond to the newspaper's request for a comment. Mr. Eastman's message also underscored that he had not taken on the work of keeping Mr. Trump in office just out of conviction. He also asked for Mr. Giuliani's help in collecting $270,000 invoice he had sent to the Trump campaign on the previous day for his legal services. The Time reported that the charges include $10,000 a day for 8 days of work in January 2020, including 2 days before January 6th, when Mr. Eastman and Mr. Trump, during the meetings in the Oval Office, sought unsuccessfully to pressure President Mike Pence to go along with the plan to block the certification of the Electoral College on January 6th. This is fucking unbelievable. This is, oh my god, this is unfucking believable. It's just brazen right now. It's just brazen that right now. I just don't get that shit. Like, wow, this is brazen. And they knew Trump was gonna fail. They knew it because they started the plan all the way in October. But, oh well. Cheers. But this is fucked up. And those are the news rundown, or 3 news top stories that we run down Or is he gonna make that a weekly segment? I don't know. We're gonna make this a weekly segment. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe, and all that other good shit. Thank you.
If I gave myself the power